Hello, if you're watching, I'm just trying to get it up on Facebook. There we go. Okay. Hi, Sue. And we're sorted. Right, okay. I need a lemon. Oh. How many do I need? I'll do 2 because they're pretty big. So, once again, I've never made this recipe before, and now I'm making it live, so this should be fun. I'm using the spicy cod recipe, which you can't see because the sun's on it, from FFS. I've linked it in the description of the video. However, I don't have just cod, I have haddock as well. And I don't have dried parsley, so I'm using mixed dried herbs. And I don't have lime, so I'm using lemon. So it's really not the proper recipe at all. But we're going to go with it, and it's still going to taste good. So, hi, Anita. Okay, so it's fairly straightforward, as always. I'm going to make the marinade. Oh, sorry, there's the oven. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to make the marinade, whack it in the bowl. So I'm going to double up everything, I think. Actually, no, I'm going to triple it. So 45 mils of olive oil instead of 15. So in the bowl, I have about 6 or 7, I think, I don't know, maybe I have 5 fillets. You know, when the fish comes in, we've got 1 big pack of cod, which is 1 huge fillet, and then 2 thinner fillets of haddock per pack. So there's 4 fillets of haddock in there as well. This is basically going to serve all 3 of us. So I'm tripling the recipe. So half a teaspoon of paprika, we're going to move to 1.5. Then 10 grams of fresh parsley, finely chopped, or 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. I'm just going to add a couple of pinches of dried herbs. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing? 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes. So I'll do a teaspoon because we quite like a bit of a kick when these aren't too powerful. Garlic powder. Which isn't the best garlic. It's got a few clumps in, but it'll do. How much am I using? Just short of a teaspoon. If I'm tripling it up. And, I need that. And cumin. So normally a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin. I'll add it up to a full teaspoon. We like cumin. Smells great. Okay. And it says zest and juice of 1 small lime. But don't have lime, so I'm using lemons. And these are pretty big. So I've just got 2 here. So I will, I always do this, I'll get the zest of it first. And I don't want to add all the juice in just yet. Let me turn the oven off actually, so that doesn't overbake. Hi, Emma. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one, but we don't have it a lot. But every time we have it, I mean, it's a really speedy dish. And it's also very quick. Make sure you sat down, anyone who's used to us using ninjas. I'm not using the ninja today. I just remembered, my head's all over the place today. I've been filming a lot. I'm going to use the oven, which I've just conveniently turned off after saying I don't need it anymore because I'm so used to using the ninjas. I was using the oven because it's been on. So it's already heated up. So I'll turn that back on. I'll get the stuff out, turn it back on. So today I've filmed I'm making the table make a lot of noise. I've filmed a smoky tomato dip from OMG, and also the seed crackers from OMG. Both of those aren't in the recipe library yet, but I will get them up once, you know, when to go with when they go live on YouTube. And then I've also just filmed granola bars, which are currently in the oven at the moment, along with something else, which I'll show you in a minute. Not that it's a competition or anything, but me and Dad have obviously been working on this gluten-free bread for the bakery, and my one's better than his. But it's not a competition, of course. Yes, I know, Catherine. It is shocking that I'm using the oven for this. It means it's going to take longer to bake, but it's fine. I've got a side dish to make as well. Hi, Sue. How you doing? We did arms today in PT, so they're already hurting, and this isn't exactly making it any easier. That'll do. I can't be bothered to do anymore. So all of the zest is going in, and then the juice from one of the lemons, and then the other one is to squeeze on top once baked. Just going to give that a quick mix so that it doesn't all clump together. It's thickened it up nicely. It's a brilliant colour. It smells great. Yum. Okay. Juice of lemon. Hi, Dawn. So I've not tried this recipe with lemon before. I'm sure it's going to taste fine. Obviously the original recipe calls for lime, but it's going to have the same sort of zesty citrus flavour. We usually have lemons and limes in the fridge, but for some unknown reason, of course, the day I actually need limes, we don't have any. I've just dropped a seed in there. It's alright, I'll find it. Oh, is that it? There we go. Okay, so this is just, I'm just gonna pour this straight into the bowl of fish. Dad's already taken them out of the packets whilst I was setting up. So, gonna add that in, I'm gonna stir it, and then we can leave it alone for a little while whilst I sort the oven out again and do a side dish. The recipe says, allow this to sit in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes minimum, overnight is best. I'm going to ignore that and just do it for as long as it takes me to sort out the oven. So it won't have the same marinade time as what the recipe asks for. But when does it ever? Because it never does in our house. We're never that prepared. I don't want to break these fillets up because Dad wants me to make these into like little rolls. I don't know why, but he said he asked for that, so that's what I'm going to try and do. With the exception of this mahoosive cod fillet, which I'm just going to lie into the dish because there's no way I'm rolling that up and it's staying as it is. Easy does it. They're pretty much covered. I'm not worrying too much about covering all of the fish. I'm just trying to scoop up the marinade that's sitting at the bottom of the bowl and drizzling it back on top. That'll do. It's all fairly orange now, as you can see. Catherine, it's in FFS. Called spicy cod in there. In the new FFS, it's page 88. I don't know what it is in the old one. Okay, oven. So, yeah. Let's get that tray out. that can go back on and preheat. What does it say? 180. Yeah, that's normal. Bear with me. Okay. There we go. Back on. So, little break. You can kind of see already, but I've got 2 loaf tins. So I made 1 batch of granola. I baked them in 2 little loaf tins, like so. So I can cut them into nice little bars. They're properly crispy. They took a little bit longer because the oven was lower in temperature. It is, Catherine. Yeah, the oven was lower in temperature because of the bread, which I'll show you now. I need more space. We had a kitchen redo, and we still managed to use up every bit of space we have. It's because the induction hob's there. I need to move that. I'm using that now. Okay. Look at that. So this is a loaf we're working on for the bakery. If you didn't know, we've just started what we're calling our Ketoroma Bakery, which is where we now bake all of our mega that's available on the site. And obviously we want to expand our range, including gluten-free breads. So that's product development. My kitchen goal is to marinate something at some point. Yeah, I know. I mean, the only time we've ever done it, I think, was when we were making Keto and Spice. So the book. So we'd do one day where we'd do a load of dishes to marinate, and then the next day you'd cook them all off. Other than that, we never marinate because we just don't have the time, and we don't remember to do it. And if we're making it on a live, then we can't just go. Now we wait for 24 hours, and we don't usually do the blue pizza moment of here's one I made earlier because we're not prepared. Okay, I don't need any of this, so we can move that out of the way. So I'm saving that lemon to squeeze on top of the fish once it's been baked. Whoa, don't drop that. All right. No salted butter. What kind of world are we living in? We don't have salted butter. Right. Side dish. Dad just fried off some broccoli yesterday, so we've got some broccoli left over, but there's not a lot. We've got tons of leeks, so I'm just going to fry off a load of leeks in some butter. I'm going to take some aside for me, and then I'm going to add some creme fraiche to the pan to make some creamy leeks for Louis and Dad. So I'll need one of these away. Don't need any of them. Marinade machine. That would be great, wouldn't it? See you later, Sue. Okay. Induction hob. Fun fact, these work on the induction hob. I don't know why, and I don't know how it's allowed, but they do. Don't ask how we found that out. I have butter, don't worry, Ross. It's just not salted, and I always like cooking with salted butter, but will this cable reach? Just about. Okay, so we'll use that one. All right, fish is had long enough, in my opinion, so we're going to add that to, I've got a big dish here that's going to go in the oven. Yeah, the shelves all set up, and it's not preheated yet, but it will do by the time these go in. It was obviously still quite warm when I Took the bread out. Okay, so we've got these little mini fillets. So Dad said, how about we roll these and make little fish rolls? I mean, it will save space, that's for sure. So I'm going to get the small end of the tail, roll it like so, and place it in the corner. Actually, before I do all of these, I'll get this massive bit of cod. So this is the one bit of cod that we have. Laying that down there, and then I can fill the rest with spirals. So these are all haddock. And then obviously there's loads of leftover marinade, which I'm going to spoon over before I whack it in the oven. How long does it say? Cook for 15 minutes. Sounds about right. Maybe they'll take a little bit longer because they're in rolls, but actually our oven is quite powerful, so. Okay, so we've got 6 pieces of haddock and 1 big bit of cod. There we go. Just going to wash my hands, and we've got tons of marinade left over. Cod cannelloni. Hey, that's a good idea. Yeah, well, the oven didn't just get an update. We just got a new oven because the old oven had, as we always say, it had one setting which was on, and sometimes that one didn't work either. So it needed an upgrade. Tell you what, this does smell amazing. Okay. Looks good to me. I'm going to sprinkle some salt over the top of that, and then that can go in the oven. Was there a fish finger recipe in one of the books, or am I imagining it? There isn't keto for kids. And actually, is there one? I did these books and I can't remember now. Yeah, there's definitely one in keto for kids. And there might... Yeah, breaded cod. OMG, I knew it was in there. Okay. Yeah, perfect. The light's gone off. So that's going to go in the oven now. And it'll just cook for 15-20 minutes. I'll set the timer. Okay. Leeks. So I was going to make a slaw, but we were in the mood for not a summer dish, more like a cooked dish. So, oh, I need the whatchamacallit, colander. Okay. I don't really know how much leek I'm gonna do, but I'll probably just, I mean, this one's got a really rubbish outer leaf, so soggy. So I might just do both. Can always save some for later if we don't use it all. So, do you have a biltong or jerky recipe for the Ninja Grill? Not yet, although it is something we're working on. Liam, if you're watching, you were looking at something different to what Dad was. So Dad made some biltong or beef jerky. But it was very, very tough. Put a leak in the cupboard, and when your dad returns, tell him there is a leak in the cupboard. Why? I suppose is my question. Why? So I'm just going to wash all of these before they go into the frying pan. What's everyone else having for dinner? Because other than what we've made, well, or we're making live, we actually have no plan this week. Things are a bit chaotic, I suppose is the right word. Got some very nice samples yesterday. I can't really say much more than that, but it's very exciting. Lots of stuff going on, but it just means, I mean, especially with the bakery, it means that we're all over the place at the moment. And film his reaction. I know what you meant, Ross. Do you know what, Dawn? Dad's got one of those steaks in the fridge. I think he's had one before and he managed it easily, but it's Dad. I like the flat steaks in Aldi. They're my go-to. In the Ninja Grill, works really nicely. So if you have a bunch of leeks and you don't want to fry them up like I am, then try out the sandy slaw recipe in the library, which is basically making a coleslaw but using leeks. So I've actually not stopped cooking and baking all day just because of filming videos. So this is the 5th thing I'm making today, other than my breakfast. Oh, that fish is looking good. Okay, just going to wash these quickly. Let's use that so I don't get water everywhere. All right, butter. Oh, I never know. Oh, there we go. I never know which button to press. That's probably about 20 grams of butter. Should be enough. I've got another bit if I need it, but you don't need to overdo it. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to use... oh, is there anything open before I open? Nope, that's closed. Okay, I'll use creme fraiche. I'm going to butter some leeks for me and then add some creme fraiche to... I'm going to take mine out, add some creme fraiche, and Dad and Louis can have creamy leeks. I don't have creme fraiche leeks just because it's a lot of dairy. Where were you finding all these jokes, Ross? Dad doesn't come up with a lot of dad jokes, but when he does, he gets very proud of himself that he's come up with a dad joke. I come up with more dad jokes than he does, to be fair. Very humorous, yes. Is that how you spell humorous, is in the funny bone? Because I could have sworn it had an O in it. Do you know what, Ross? I've had a nice day here by myself. Louis has been helping Dad over at the bakery. I've been watching Harry Potter whilst filming all my videos, so it's been great. When you watch a video on YouTube that doesn't have any sound and it's got like music playing over it, chances are I was watching a movie whilst filming it at the same time. Hi, Bonnie. All right, leeks. Let's get a spatula. I'm not really going to do much to these, add any spices or whatnot because of the marinade. I'll just add some salt and pepper. I'm going to treat this like I would buttered cabbage. Same method as well. Cabbage, you just shred it and then fry it. You don't need to steam it or whatnot. So yeah, got pepper, you don't need that anymore, and salt. And that should be about it, really. Let's get these granola bars out. So move that out the way. So this is one batch of granola bars. I just split it into 2 loaf tins. Now, shock horror again. We don't have any chocolate. I know. What has my life come to? Well, how am I going to survive? So they're just gonna. Oh, I was gonna put cacao nibs on them. Forgot that. That's what I was looking for. Knife. You can tell I've been cooking today because there are no cutlery. There is no cutlery, not there are no cutlery. I'm just going to chop these into probably 4 each. With Dad being at the bakery for a lot of his week and for long hours, I've made some stuff that is quite high calorie because we're in a bulking phase with our PT, and Dad is struggling to get the calories in that he needs because there's no time to eat. So the protein part is easy for him because it's just eat like a couple of Scotch eggs or some chicken thighs and whatnot. But these are obviously good to get the fats up. So granola bars. I've also made some. These are the cheesy crackers from OMG. So these are fab actually. They stay very crispy. They're quite thick because I couldn't be bothered to press them out as much as they probably should have done. And then just because I needed to film another video, and I really like this recipe. I also Coco, what are you eating? Oh, a leek. I also made some of the smoky tomato dip. So you can see how it's quite thick. That's because it's got breadcrumbs mixed into it. So it really works. And anything with paprika goes well in this house. So the leeks are turning more vibrant green. There's no golden colour on them yet. So I'm going to let them cook down a bit longer. So what we want to do with this loaf now is obviously it's a giant thing. I think it weighs about 600 grams. Where are my scales? Yeah. Don't want lemon juice going on my bread. 570 grams. We just need to learn how to control it now. Because it's a bit of a wonky shape. I mean, I would love getting this. But, yeah. Don't worry. There were keto breadcrumbs. A 90-second bread for that recipe. But you can use whatever breadcrumbs you want. We've got loads of mega. I would have used the mega that we've got, or the linseed bread that we've got in the fridge. But I wanted to film the video, following the recipe from scratch. So I had to make a 90-second bread to go with it as well. I'm going to turn that down. Yeah, Catherine. So we're going to try it in a loaf tin and see what happens. Obviously, I've tried it as rolls and they work really well. So it's coming along nicely. We'll be sending some off for nutritional testing soon. I can't say when it's going to go on the website because I don't know. It's going to be a good couple of weeks, so don't sit there refreshing the page. It's not going up anytime soon. Thanks, Dawn. All right, I'm going to season that and then take some out for me. I've got a little bowl here. And then to make these into a creamy leeks instead of just buttered leeks, I'm just going to add some creme fraiche. You can add another dairy of a, where did I put the salt? Of a similar consistency, so cream cheese, sour cream. Again, for Dad and Louie, it's about getting the calories in, so creme fraiche is the ideal choice, especially when the spicy cod is very lean. Okay. That'll do for me because I've got a load of broccoli as well. Okay, the heat's on low because you don't want to burn the creme fraiche. Let me get a spoon. I'm going through the spoons like crazy. I'm not going to weigh it out. You can if you want. Let's see what that does. Creme fraiche melts very nicely, I have to say. So on a scale of 1 to 9, the heat's on 3, if you need a reference. Basically, obviously, when you add something like a dairy into the pan, you don't want it to be really hot. You just want a gentle heat. Oh, there's the fish. I don't know whether it's going to be cooked yet. Okay. It's probably going to need a bit more salt. Yum. Actually, a good amount of pepper in there as well. Works nicely. Okay, doke. I'm going to put that in a little serving dish. Then we can have a look at the fish. This live feels like it's gone really quickly. That's because it has. 35 minutes, not bad. Okay. So actually that wasn't, you can add more creme fraiche if you want, but that was probably 30 grams of creme. I've not measured any of this stuff for the sides just because we don't need to for us, but there you go. A good amount of creaminess to it, and then in comparison, my buttered leeks, they just cook down, good amount of flavour. Obviously, buttered anything is really nice when you come to making a side. We pan fry a lot of our veg now. So I have my Greek yogurt for creme fraiche of the day, for tandoori blend, added salt, lovely. That's nice. I need to try that. I love the tandoori blend. Right, I'll move them out of the way. Don't need them. Okay. Let's see what the fish is doing. So what does it say? The fillet should be firm when fully cooked. You can obviously fry these as well, so over a medium heat for 6 to 8 minutes. I've oven baked obviously because it's easier, and it means that I can use the induction hob for making a side. Oh wow, yum! Smells great. Let's see if I can get this out without burning myself, because that would be fantastic. Ooh. Oh. Okay, yeah. Fish is firm. Oh, that marinade tastes great. I need that cooling rack now. Again, I'm running out of space. There we go. So I think you can see the colour of that. Ta-da! So you can see there's a lot of moisture in the bottom of the dish, obviously from cooking the fish. And it's also bright orange because of the marinade. So we're not going to waste that, I don't think. We'll just spoon that over. Obviously, I've touched the firmest fillet, and you can see it shrunk. Obviously, it was the full length, and now it's about an inch or so from the side. It's fully firm, and it looks great. That was 15 minutes at 180, just like the book says. And these rolls have held up really well as well. So, and the marinade's kind of created a lovely like paste on top. It looks fabulous. I'll take some photos. I've made a side dish. I've made dinner, and they're not even back from the bakery yet. They better hurry up. So, thanks for watching. There's no one on tomorrow. Michelle's on Thursday on Facebook only, making biryani. And then on Friday, Dad is making. What's he making? Oh, chicken tikka. So that is going to be a Blue Peter moment. Here's one we did earlier. So we're gonna prep some chicken tikka first, so that when we go live, we've got some already made. Then Dad's gonna make the sauce on the live and use the chicken tikka that we prepped to go into the sauce. But at the same time, he's gonna make another chicken tikka batch so that you can see how that's made, and we'll just cook that off as dry chicken tikka, not masala. Thank you. I'm loving all the compliments. It's great. Thanks. And then Sunday, Dad is making coconut roti. So everything except for Michelle's live is both Facebook and YouTube. So that's what you can look forward to. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you probably on Dad's live. So see you later.